pass play. Absolutely super. But of course, it's going to be 2nd and 10, perhaps even 2nd and 11 or 12, as Theron Ellis penetrated the backfield that time, bringing down Ernest Brewer. So as we change ends, Alan, what do you say for Norristown? Down by 5, PW driving for another score.
Looks like PW has their minds on another upset here.
Do you think that Norristown gets caught down mentally for this game? I can't understand why they would, since PW has always been such a rivalry, although less so, I think, since they realigned the Suburban One League National Division. You don't get to see these PW Methactons on a regular basis. I don't know.
Maybe when you blow out a team 49-0 and you roll up 482 yards in total offense, you get a little overconfident. I think that's perhaps the case here this evening. But Norristown not playing with much emotion, other than the Theron Ellis sack of Virgin late in the second quarter that eventually led to the Eagles' 9 points, or 8 points. It really has been a flat contest.
Virgin, oh, Smorecki, I'll tell you, wide open. No defense there, and Virgin just opted to throw to the wrong side of Smorecki as he had turned in towards the goalpost. Virgin threw it out towards the sideline, so incomplete. Third and 12. Now Norristown, if they can pull off a defensive play here, wouldn't be in bad shape, because the ensuing field goal, should PW make it, would only put them ahead by 8 points. So Norristown could conceivably tie the game with 1 score and a conversion. Conceivably is the key word there, as Tony Koya points out to me. But it all hinges on this play right here, folks. 11:56 left to go in the game. 3rd down and 12. Pergine rolls out right, looks back left. Man open. Still on his feet. And I'll tell you, who's that back into the ball game, Alan? Number 33, Lenny Moore.
Well, he is a ghost that just keeps bothering the Eagles' defense. He must have eluded at least 5 potential tacklers that time and picked up another couple of yards all by himself.
That young man has footwork. He doesn't make the first down, however. He gets about 7 on the play. It's going to be, they're going to call it still 4th and 8. I guess Lenny Moore had a lot of room to make up from the backfield. 4th and 8. Got to go for the field goal.
Well, the last time they were setting up for the field goal, remember what happened? Virgin took the snap. It was a poor snap. Ran it, got it the first down himself.
Looks like they're going to go for it, folks. They're going to go for it. 4th and 8.
As well.
That's a gutsy play. Virgin back to pass. He's got plenty of time. Man's open. Oh, he eludes a tackler. Short. Short of the first down,
by
folks.
about a yard.
And Norristown comes up big defensively. Gutsy call. Lee Andrews tells this man 4th and 8, 9 yards for the goal. Go for it. Virgin picks his hole, completes the pass, but the Norristown tacklers are there.
And they credit Michael Taylor with the sack that time, or the tackle, excuse me.
So Norristown, a long way to go, folks, starting from their own 5-yard line.
I think it's about time the Eagles get their ground game in gear. I still don't understand whatever happened to the wishbone. They're almost exclusively running out of the eye or the open set here.
Give a great deal of credit to PW, but Norristown has not been able to throw the ball, and I think that their inability to pass this evening, because of the lack of time that Cassano has had, has led to an overuse of the ground game. And where is the wishbone? Danny Boyd in the back. There goes the pitch. Boyd's going to come around the right side. Good blocking out front. Oh, he cuts that hole. Tripped up at about the 12-yard line.
Nice pursuit, though, by PW, stringing Boyd out, forcing him to make the wide turn, and he really couldn't get anything going as far as speed.
He caught one block, to springing for that first hole, through that first hole, which gave him a big gain on the play of about 8.5, almost 9 yards. So make it 2nd down and 1.
Well, if they keep it on the ground, they have plenty of operating room now on the left side due to the position of the ball. Golson flanked out there on the far side of your screen.
Boyd and Davis, they give to Forrest Davis up the middle this time, and he's good for the first down.
Well, Jeff, I'll tell you, there are now 9 minutes and 55 seconds to go in the game. The Eagles can conceivably put together a good ground game here, chew up maybe 5 minutes off the clock. They would be in ideal position.
Of course, that's all contingent upon first downs.
They've picked up that one. First down, Forrest Davis picking up the necessary 7 yards.
Both receivers wide to the right. They go to Danny Boyd off the left side, cuts up the middle. He's got a hole, and he's good for about 4 or 5 yards.
High stepped his way to that pickup.
And that initial hole closed quickly, though. PW defenders in there right away. Dave Mark bringing in the play to Frank Cassano.
Well, they're saying it was a 4-yard pickup, 2nd and 6. Backs in the eye, once again lined up behind Frank Cassano. They give it to Danny Boyd. He tries to run over the left side, picks up maybe 2 yards on the play. So the Eagles are going to be faced with a 3rd and 5 situation. 8:55 left to go in this contest. They are trailing 13-8, thanks to Mickey Pergine's 15-yard TD toss to Pete Smerecki with 1 minute left in the 3rd quarter.
Of course, this game being brought to you by the Norristown Area School District. Once again, Mr. Tony Coy, our producer and director this evening. Our camera persons are Denise McCoskey and Missy Luda. We'd like to thank them for helping us out here this evening at Roosevelt Field.
3rd and 4, Jeff.
3rd and 4 with 8:27 left to go in the ball game. Cassano giving Golston some last-minute instructions. They got to get this play off here. It's going to be close for delay of game. You have to be set for a second. Well, there you go. 3rd and 4, and the Norristown players just didn't know what was going on out there, folks.
That was a situation where Frank Cassano should be smart enough and experienced enough to just stand back and call time.
Got to call time. Your players don't know what they're doing, and Golston had to be set for a second there. Then your offensive line stands up. It's a little bit illegal there.
So now you're going to be facing a 3rd and 9.
And that could cost them the game. I hate to say it, and you don't know what's going to happen next, but a play like that.
Well, it takes away the possibility of running now for your 1st down, that's for sure.
Well, I don't know. I think you might see a draw play to Danny Boyd.
Well, the Eagles have sprung Boyd a couple of times successfully on that 3rd and long draw play, but PW is also bright enough to know that they've also stopped Boyd a few times on that delayed draw. I would have to think, well, they're set up in the open set, so it's going to be passing. Here it is.
No time again, Cassano. No place to go. Frank eludes a couple tacklers, but he's way short of the 1st down. I think Frank Cassano's only put the ball into the air 4 times this evening, maybe 5 times. Hasn't been able to throw the ball. I don't know if he's just not seeing them or if that secondary coverage is there. I think it has to be the coverage.
And it's a good coverage, you're right, by PW, but it's also the Norristown line is not doing a very good job this evening. I mean, continually we are seeing Frank Cassano take the 3 steps back, and boom, he has to go left or right because he has PW defenders chasing him down.
Well, now the pressure is on for a good punt and a big stand by the Norristown defense with only 7:25 to play. Eagles down by 5, 13-8. I'll tell you. Oh, there's that high snap again. Good boot. It's got to take a Norristown bounce, and it does. It's going to die at about the 46-yard line.
When are they going to have an all-out rush from Frank when he goes to punt the ball? I mean, that is 4 punts, 4 horrible snaps, and they don't even put that much pressure on. I mean, what do you have to lose? Gamble, especially when Frank is lining up the punt about his 5-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you, PW taking over from their own 45-yard line. If they can string together a couple 1st downs, they could shut the lights on Norristown.
What worries me is we saw Lenny Moore come back into the game, and he was so devastating coming out of the backfield in the first 2 quarters.
Lenny Moore was a big factor in the 1st half. Mickey Pergine, the quarterback, number 17. Pergine's going to roll to his right again. He's got the man open. Oh, that ball was incomplete, folks. Smerecki says, no, I caught the ball. Officials say, sorry, Pete. Not this time.
He made it look good, though.
Colonials use Ty Howard, number 24, in motion frequently.
Doesn't touch the ball too often. Hey, it's working.
Well, what they do is they pull him, I think, to come over to help block. Because Howard winds up rolling out with Pergine, and Howard is there to pick up any defensive pressure. The open set, they go this time to Moore. Moore up the middle, look at that man, run! 1st down, I'll tell you, he must have extremely light feet or something because he picks his holes through there.
Lenny Moore, 5'8", 150 pounds, a senior. I think they just wind him up and they were saving him for the 4th quarter. Well, I'm glad he was okay after he was hurt there late in the 1st half. But I'm sure the Norristown defense wouldn't have minded if he would have stayed on the sidelines for the rest of the game. Lenny Moore picks up the 1st down all by himself. 6.5 minutes now, Jeff. And they're in Eagles territory again on the 43-yard line.
Handoff goes up the middle. No, Pergine holds on to the ball and basically just throws it away there, folks. Nice play action fake that time by Mickey Pergine. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 with 6:21 left to go in the ball game. 13-8.
I'll tell you, I like this attack by PW. Norristown certainly has the talent to mix it up, just like PW is, but tonight the game plan and their execution has just not been quite up to par.
Well, the PW defense has played a super ball game. And Norristown's defense hasn't been able to penetrate the Colonial offensive line.
Boy, could the Eagles use a sack or forcing some type of turnover here, something to get them lifted emotionally.
Yep. And there he is up the middle, Moore again.
Oh, they nailed him that time. No, maybe about 2 yards,
Yeah.
Jeff.
He ran into traffic that time, Alan. There was no hole up the middle, and Moore just came crushing up.
Theron Ellis right there. He ran into his chest.
Exactly. Ellis there on the tackle. Player down for Norristown. Looks like Mike Taylor. Taylor getting up slowly. He looks hurt. I think we're going to have an official timeout here. Yep, there it is, the official timeout. Mike Taylor says, okay, I'm all right now.
And the clock getting ever so more important.
Taylor must leave the game now.
Right, for at least one play. 5:56 to play in the contest.
And Mike says, what do you mean I have to leave the game? The official says, hey, I called timeout for you. You must leave for one play.
He's still there. Well, that's the rule.
Yep, they're going to hold the game up till Taylor leaves the ball game.
Mike's claiming that he didn't need the timeout called originally, but he was slow getting up. The officials
The
had
official
every
was
right
right.
to do it.
And Roger Grove is complaining on the sideline, but it was a good call.
Exactly.
Taylor was down on the ground. He hesitated getting up. He was dragged up by a teammate.
And coming in, number 34, Walt Favecchia? Is that correct?
Walt Favecchia, I believe.
Favecchia?
Taylor's only got to be out for one play. It's 3rd and 7, though, and it's a crucial play.
That's why Roger Grove is ticked off.
Well, the officials are right, though. Can't fault them.
Well, Mickey Virginia and Lenny Moore. No?
There's Howard in motion. Pergine looks to his left. Oh, intercepted! Oh, what a big play by number 34, Walt Favecchia. And I'll tell you, what a turn of events, Alan. You hit it right on the head. They needed something to turn them around. Mike Taylor leaves the game. Walt Favecchia comes in and he intercepts the ball.
And Roger Grove sitting on the sidelines going, hey, I planned it that way. Mike Taylor, it was a, what luck. You know, this is a strange, funny game. The turnaround of events, as you said, Mike Taylor has to leave the game. They argue about it because the official called the timeout. His replacement comes in with the key interception.
And the Eagles take over 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line of Plymouth Whitemarsh. 5:31 left to go in the ball game. And the officials asking the Norristown players to move back from the sideline, crowding there a little bit closer than they should be.
Right, there is, theoretically, there's a box there 5 yards off that you're supposed to stay within. 48-yard line, 5:27, Jeff. This is it.
What do you say? Does Frank Cassano go to the air or no?
I would hope so.
Out of the I formation, Davis and Boyd. Forrest Davis off the left side. Breaks one tackle, 5-yard gain. Nice play by Forrest. And now, folks, play right in front of us at the 43-yard line. 5 minutes, and the clock is running. Eagles down by 5, 13-8, trying to pull out a victory here against the Colonials of Plymouth Whitemarsh, who have played a spectacular ball game. The big break, an interception by Walt Favecchia, number 34, on a 3rd down and 7 play. Mickey Pergine throws his first interception of the ball game. Cassano, Forrest Davis again, and this time he's dropped for nothing. And now it's 3rd and 5 all of a sudden again. Well, I'll tell you, they went with the exact same play, and now we've got a PW athlete down on the field.
With 4:27 now left in this game, 13-8. In case you missed it, the only scoring in the second half has been Mickey Virgine's 15-yard scoring strike to Pete Smarecki with 1 minute to go in the 3rd quarter, giving the Colonials that 13-8 cushion they currently enjoy. Virgine, 2 touchdown passes this evening, but 1 interception, and that could be the turnaround. There you see number 34, Walt Favecchia, a senior linebacker for the Eagles who made that key interception. The only man on the Eagles bench.
Well, Walt, we hope you have your last name correct.
If not, you're going to hear about
I'm
it, Jeff.
sure I'll hear about it.
Direct all those cards and letters to Tony Koya, care of the Norristown School District.
Tony loves to get your mail, folks.
He'll take anybody's mail. He's desperate. The fan club, you know, is really shriveled up.
I heard if you're faculty, you don't get into the mail room before Tony gets there in the morning. You don't have anything left. Okay.
You know what was a good play in the second quarter? They executed it successfully a couple of times. That quick little screen pass to Golson, where Cassano would take one step, look to his left, and then nail it.
3rd down and 5. Golson wide to the right. Dave Mark at the top of your screen. Bootleg. Cassano's got time to throw. He ought to run with the ball. He does throw. Oh, it's up. Incomplete.
He tried to force it that time in between 2 PW defenders instead of keeping it himself.
There was no place to go. Now what do you do? With 4 minutes left, it's 4th and 5. Do you go for the first down?
Oh,
Now, if you're going to do
they're
that,
not going to.
if you're going to do that, why don't you run twice? Okay. Roger Grove answers that by bringing the punting unit onto the field.
Well, now he's putting his chips into his
I'll tell you.
literally betting on his defense to hold them here deep.
I don't know that I do that with 4:08 remaining, and the way Mickey Pergine has been able to eat up ground with using Lenny Moore, Ty Howard, Pete Smarecki.
Tough name, isn't it?
That's gambling. That's what that is. Well, Roger Grove, as you say, placing faith in his defense. Cassano back. PW drops back deep. Oh, a bad snap. Cassano's going to take the ball himself. Gets the ball up. Oh, Danny Boyd catches the ball. Oh, my. I don't believe that, folks. That is absolutely incredible. Frank Cassano gets a horrible snap from center.
For the 5th time this evening, and PW was rushing that time finally, and Cassano literally just tossed it up for grabs. Danny Boyd, it fell off his hands. He came back down with it, falling between 2 PW defenders.
That is incredible, absolutely incredible.
Well, that's the breaks of the game.
And that's the key, as Tony Coy mentioned, no penalties, no illegal man downfield, no blocking fouls. Cassano, Danny Boyd, off the right side, he's got running room. He cuts back inside, a 10-yard run, and the Eagles are on the move. Three, 7, folks, left to play in this ballgame in Norristown, all the way down to the 18-yard line of the Colonials.
I'll tell you, if the Eagles can pull off a victory here, they've got a lot of people to thank.
Oh, my goodness.
All of a sudden, all the breaks are going their ways. First, the interception,